right little toe rag in 4, waiting for his Uncle Frank to turn up.
Sounds familiar.
Martin Butler.
No, I remember his dad.
He said he was dead.
Doing a stretch more like.
Yeah, what for?
Armed robbery, fraud, GBH, you name it. What's Junior in for?
Terrorising a packy shop.
Like father, like son. Anything else?
Yeah, come and have a look at this.
Oh, no. What's she in for? Threatening behaviour? Muriel? Who brought her in?
Young.
And when she got here, she started playing up.
In one.
Yeah, but how was I to know?
Well, you weren't, but remember what I keep telling you, you don't bring in every Tom, Dick and Harry simply because they give you a bit of lip.
Yeah, but why did Penny start having a go then?
Sgt Penny, and don't you forget it.
No, but he was starting having a go at me in front of the body, Sarge.
Now, probably for a very good reason. Now, your job is to listen and to learn. End of story.
Yes, Sarge.
See you in a pub, Sarge?
No, not today, lads.
Well, don't look at me.
I reckon we're getting soft, Tom. I was that scared of my first sergeant.
Yeah, they don't know they're born.
Look at Phil Young.
Oh, he's come running to you, has he?
No, it's just
He's
that-
all mouth and flashing blue light.
My point exactly.
I mean, he brings her in and starts giving her some let that be a lesson to you, darling stuff. And of course, she starts flipping out.
That's just what I was saying.
Then when you tell them so they'll learn not to be such a stupid prat the next time, they go running to mummy.
I wasn't taking part in it, you know.
Oh, I wonder why I waste my breath.
Oh, why is it 5 minutes before the end of every shift? There's always... Your car or mine?
Oh, look, I can't. I promised Wendy.
It's all arranged. You can't let it slide down now. You never know. You might enjoy it.
Look, her mother's not been well.
Well, nothing's going to happen to her in the next half hour, is it?
Well, you haven't got many.
Yeah, just sign it, Reg. You got the present.
Jim Carver's picking it up. They'll be asking for their money,
Well,
man.
where is he?
I don't know. You know, I never know what to
All
put.
set then. No, I've got half a card and no presents.
And no Bob Cryer.
What?
That's what he said.
Reg. Reg.
The problem this morning, Clive, was CID nicked 3 of my men.
You're losing your touch, Bob.
Oh, don't you start.
Bob, can you spare a minute?
Yeah, of course.
I wanted a quiet word. Son Hill's been put down for another interrogator's course. I wondered if you had any suggestions.
Well, not off the top of my head, so no.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I'm a bit pushed. The usual short notice. Look, let's talk about it over a pint. My shout, OK?
Yeah, sure.
Right, I'll just get changed. Meet you outside in 10 minutes.
Right. I mean, I think that boy's got a lot of learning to do.
Oh, it could be an argument for sending him. Make him see he doesn't know it all.
Well, it's your decision. We wouldn't be my first choice. Looking forward to this drink, though. Right?
Here you are, Sarge. There's a little something on its way, but it seems to have got held up. So you'll have to be getting on with this.
20 years in the madhouse and still no parole.
Cheers.
Yeah.
You signed Bob's card?
Eh?
There was a collection.
No one told me.
That's supposed to be me.
How did you guess?
Can't stay, Bob. Well done, you've earned it.
Thank you, sir.
Where's the kitty?
Well, we decided not to, you know. Right here, sir.
Have a good time, but know when to stop, eh?
Don't worry, sir. We'll stop after 5 pints before we get onto the shorts.
What's this word?
Oh, that's a ferret.
It's disgusting.
Leave it.
What's that?
Lesson has changed from a fiver these days.
All in a good cause.
Contributions to the kitty.
I'm not staying.
There you go, Tan.
All right, I'm sorry it's a bit late.
Once they get into CID, they think they own the place.
Yeah, well, Sergeant Cryer taught me everything I know.
No, it's true. Thanks, mate.
Oh, thanks, Jim. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Go on, open it then.
Yeah, come on, open it. Let's see how our money's been spent.
thought we were getting him a load of dirty videos.
We were, but he's got them all.
Now listen here. This is my nick and you obey my orders. If you don't, I'll come down on you good and proper.
A ton of bricks, my son.
Thank you.
What is that here? No, seriously, I thought we were bigger than that.
But you said it to all the boys.
Bob Dryer from all at Sun Hill, 20 years and still cracking the whip. Thank you. Thank you.
Make a speech, Bob. Give us a...
20 years. Can't believe it. When I was in the army,
Just after the war, was that?
Yeah, the first war. No. When I was in the army, we had this sergeant. He'd been a sergeant since birth. And he told me that as you get older, the job gets harder. Well, it gets boring. You've done it all. You've seen it all. Well, after 20 years, there are still things that surprise me. And this is one of them. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, mine's a pint and a packet of Kleenex. Well done, Bob. You're halfway there.
Cheers, Frank. Yeah. Cheers, Tom.
I've got to go. Sorry, the mother-in-law's ill. I promise when.
No, that's all right, Tom.
See you all tomorrow.
So. Right, yes, you knew everyone, right? And everyone knew you. And if they got out of hand, you just had a little word with them, right? And that was that. But if they did it again, then you give them a polite cuff around the ear. It was understood, wasn't it?
That's the best bit.
Yeah, right. But if you were to do that today, why don't they come down and you're like...
Yes, hello, boys. Yeah. What? Oh, come on, lads. Leave it out. Bennett.
Afternoon, sir.
Wheeler, what are you doing here?
It's your car, sir.
Yeah, of course it's my car. What's this all about?
Please turn your engine off, sir.
What?
He said, would you please turn your engine off?
That's what he said. I want to know what's going on.
If you'd like to turn your engine off, sir.
And get out of the car.
Now, would you mind telling me what this is all about?
Your brake light, sir.
Brake light?
Seems not to be working, sir.
All right, show me.
The other side will be safer, sir.
Thanks very much, officer. That's very public-spirited of you. I'll remember it next time I'm passing.
You've been drinking, sir?
No.
Are you sure, sir?
Now, look, thanks for the tip about the brake light. Much appreciated, but I'm late enough as it is.
Quick drink, was it, sir?
If you must know a pint and a half. Satisfied?
I must ask you, sir, to take a breathalyzer.
What? Come on, Wheeler.
I've reason to believe you've been driving whilst under the influence of
Now,
alcohol.
hold on.
If you refuse, sir, we'll have to ask you to accompany us to Barton Street police station.
I said, hold on.
Sir?
What's this all about?
I've reason to believe...
No, I've heard all that. I've had a pint and a half, under a pint and a half. Now, you know and I know that I'm not over the limit.
Are you refusing, sir?
Listen, lads. I had a drink to celebrate Bob Cryer's 20 years in the force.
20 years.
Long time.
I also promised the wife that I'd go with her to see her mother. She's not been well.
Sorry to hear about that, sir.
I knew I shouldn't have gone. Listen, I'm late enough as it is without wasting another 10 minutes blowing into this thing. I mean, come on, lads, I'm not over the limit, so what's the point?
I repeat, sir, are you refusing to take a breathalyzer test?
What are you doing on Sunhill Patch anyway?
This is Barton Street. Over there's Sunhill.
Just passing through?
We had a hit and run.
Got away, mind you.
You just can't credit some people, can you?
If you refuse, sir, we'll have to take you to Barton Street and take a sample of your blood.
What are you staring at?
Before blowing, sir.
Yeah, I know, yeah. One long exhalation of breath.
Keep blowing, sir.
Not too hard.
The light here is currently on amber. If in a few moments the light turns to red...
Yes, very good, very funny, very witty. I'll remember this. I've got a very long memory.
So have we. I'm arresting you for providing a positive breath sample.
No way!
I must advise you not to resist arrest, as the resulting charges against you will be all the more severe.
Do you understand the charge?
You don't have to say anything, but anything you do say may be used against you in evidence. Pint and a half, was it, sir?
I'll be way to play a game, won't I?
So you thought you'd have a few practice swings on the way? Sgt Penny? For what we had the pleasure.
Listen, Graham, I had a pint and a half at the Leather Bottle to celebrate Bob Cryer's 20 years, and I get pulled in for a faulty brake light.
And we breathalyzed him, sir.
Yeah, we're talking a pint and a half. Let's not waste our time here.
Amber to red, Sarge.
Hands aside, Tom.
Come on, Graham. Silly mistake, lesson learned, no harm done.
No can do, Tom. I'm sorry, mate. You fail a breathalyzer, get brought in. What can I do?
Throw the book at it.
Shut it!
Listen, just imagine I'm your chief, right? You're not telling me you'd press charges. You'd be back on the beat before you could put pen to paper.
What are you asking me to do?
No, I'm not saying... OK, so the light went to red, but only just.
That's still to be determined, isn't it? I mean, what are you actually asking me to do?
Let's just say you boys owe me one.
Don't you worry, mate. You'll get off.
I've warned you.
All members of the same club.
Told you, wind your neck in. Maybe we do owe you one, but it's going to have to wait, all right? Lunchtime drinkers.
Phone call?
Help yourself.
I'll get a phone call in.
'Cause you're a scumbag. All right. What's this occupation?
Builder.
Age?
28.
Date of birth?
21st.
Sergeant Laffin.
62.
Tom Penny.
Place of birth?
21.
I don't care, get him.
Yeah, Sergeant Laffin. Oh, hello, Tom. I'm really squeezed at the moment. Can you I see. What do you want me to do? Wendy. Right.
Hey, Bob, lend us a quid, will you? Oh, sure. Oh, cheers, mate. It's ready to burst.
Not your only one.
Bob Cryer!
Yeah?
Coffee.
This one, the white one?
Yeah.
Excuse me, love. Could I, the phone? Could I? No, I don't want your drinks. Hello, Bob Cryer? No, you'll have to speak up. Oh, hello, Clive. What?
A quick drink at the end of a very long day, and you're going to put me through the mill?
Licence, Sarge.
It's procedure, Tom, procedure. You did the same. I've got no choice.
Of course you have.
Tom, look at it from my point of view. At the end of the day, if you're not over the limit, fine, mistake made, sorry to have wasted your time. If I let you go and you knock a little old lady over on a zebra crossing, it's my neck that gets chopped, not just yours.
They were waiting for me.
Waiting for you?
Yeah. They saw me leave the pub, they followed me, they waited for any excuse to pull me over and collar me.
You're sitting very close to the edge, Tom. Watch it.
I'm telling you, they were waiting for me. I've been set up.
We were on our way back from that hit and run, Sarge.
What hit and run? You've got a CAD number for it?
Tom.
We saw a car in front of us with a rear brake light that wasn't working.
He also pulled away from the traffic lights in a way that made us suspect...
I wanted to get home. You knew who I was. You thought you'd have a bit of a laugh at my expense.
Tom, this is getting us nowhere. Waiting for you it makes absolutely no odds. You take a breathalyzer test and you're over the limit. Now let's just see how far, shall we?
smoked in the last 5 minutes?
No.
When did you last have an alcoholic drink?
14:10.
Have you used a mouthwash or a spray in the last 20 minutes?
No.
Required to provide 2 specimens of breath for analysis by means of an approved device. The specimen with the lower proportion of alcohol in your breath will be used as evidence, and the other will be disregarded. I must warn you that failure to provide any one of these specimens may render you liable to prosecution. Do you agree to provide 2 specimens of breath for analysis?
Yes.
Now take a deep breath and then blow continuously through the mouthpiece until told to stop. Between 30 and 50 is something of a grey area where blood tests will be needed to determine the actual quantity of alcohol. Anything over 50...
And I lose my job, right? Listen, I tried my hardest.
I'm not sure what you're alluding to, Tom.
While Sunhill were using this nick, Sergeant Terry Coles used one of our prisoners as a punch bag. Now, you know I was quite happy to let it go. Terry's a good sergeant.
Well, was a good sergeant.
Yeah. I didn't want to see Coles get done. You were there. I tried to cover for him. It was Peters who pushed me into a corner.
I remember, sir.
I still fail to see what this has got to do with you having one too many.
I would have let it go, but Peters insisted. Ask Twist, I was put in an impossible position.
Let's see. Not the blow into there, sir. Stop blowing, sir. Once more, please. And stop, please. $52. There's no arguing with that, is there? Look, this has got nothing to do with Coles. You've been caught. It's unlucky. I can understand you being upset about the fact, but I don't like these implications of revenge and vendetta. That's not how we operate, Tom.
They were vandalising council property, sir.
You was the one who stuck.
Look, we won't charge you in here, not in front of this lot.
I want to talk to Twist.
You went down the
Go for it.
Just get him.
It's not going to do you any good.
Please.
She's the one who had the teachers covered in it.
Yeah, all right, I'll see what I can do.
You're the one who had the teachers. It wasn't me, it was her.
All right, ladies! Let's take it down to a screen. Did you hear me?
Thank you. Won't be a moment, ladies.
I never did them fall at your my husband's here.
Yes, Matt's here, sir. Got a prisoner down here who'd very much like a word.
Get in, will ya?
Come on, where is he?
Good afternoon, Tom. You wanted a word?
Alone, preferably.
Think I can manage that? Tea?
Thanks.
Make that 2. Not too milky. You have to teach them everything these days. I hear you've been celebrating.
It's got nothing to do with that, and you know it.
All I know is the facts. Positive breath test. 52 on the old clapometer, and didn't he do well?
Terry Coles was a mate of mine. I was going to buy a car off him.
Won't be needing it now, will you?
You know what I'm saying. I would never want a fellow officer to be charged and thrown out of the force for some silly mistake.
Is that right?
I had a drink, and I've got caught. I accept that an officer has to do his duty and report it, but when it comes to ruining a man's life, a fellow officer's, I mean, it can't be right, not for one silly little mistake.
Listen, Tom, you know me. I like things to be clear. Facts. A man is caught driving whilst over the limit. End of story.
There's more to it than that, and you know it.
So let me remind you of a few key phrases. Without fear or affection, malice or ill will.
This could be the end of my career.
When a man breaks the law, I don't ask if he'll get into serious trouble for being caught. That's not my job. And rules can't be changed just because that man happens to be a sergeant in the police force.
I'll lose my job.
That's not for me to say.
Oh, come on, you know the score. I'm over the limit, I'm caught, I get charged, I go to court, I lose my licence, I lose my job.
As I say, my responsibility, like all police officers, is to prevent, detect, catch, and charge. We're not judge, jury, and executioners as well, thank God.
Then why were 2 of your officers waiting outside the leather bottle?
Waiting?
Yes, waiting.
What would they be waiting for?
Me or Peters.
To do what?
They knew about Cryer's celebration. They knew we'd all be down there having a drink, and they went there to wait for one of us to come out and pull us in.
What are you trying to say, Tom?
I'm saying that this stinks of a setup.
Does it now? 2 police officers see a car leaving a pub. They suspect the driver may have been drinking. They notice a brake light isn't working. They stop the driver and breathalyze him. He fails, and they bring him in.
A setup? Sounds more like good policing to me, Tom.
Calm down. It wasn't me.
Keep the noise down.
The force has changed, Tom, since we first joined.
All for 1.5 pints.
Makes no difference how much. You phoned Sunhill?
I did.
I thought they'd be storming the place by now.
How'd you know who I phoned?
I know everything, it's my job.
Then you know it was a setup.
What you don't seem to understand, Tom, or rather what you don't want to understand, is that it doesn't matter whether you were set up or not. What does matter is that you've been caught. And now you're going to be charged.
Let's get it over with, shall we?
Well, I'll get your present, Soch.
Oh, yeah, Tom.
Hurry up, Bob, the meter's ticking over.
Can't avoid it. It's a messy business.
And why do it?
Tom?